Okay, this is instructions on how to use your calculator to do a proportion significance test. So once we make it down to where we know it is a one sample population proportion Z test at the alpha level of 0.05, we can use our calculator to verify the numbers that I have put onto the screen under T for test statistic and O for obtain p-value. So once we do that, we're going to go over to stat, over to tests, and we are now looking for the same wording except it's going to end in test instead of interval. So we're looking for one proportion Z test. Press enter on that. And the first thing it's going to give you is what is your null hypothesis. So my null hypothesis is 1 over 12. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in as a fraction or as a decimal. If you put it in as a fraction, they'll just convert it for you. And then they want to know what your p hat was. So remember that I wrote it over here. So I'm going to write it, they want it as a fraction, so 59 out of 600. And then the last thing is they want to know what type of test were you running? What did your alternative look like? Was it not equals? Then you would choose the first one. Was it less than? Then you would choose the second one. Ours was a greater than, so I pick that one and I press calculate. Now when I do that, it's going to give me back that my alternative should be greater than 0.0833. My z-score after I write out the entire formula and calculate it should be 1.329, which it is. That I have a p-value, so that next number down is actually part of the obtain a p-value of 0 or 0.0919. And they also even told me what my p hat was, so I could go back and write that in or double check that as well. Remember that the calculator does not bypass all of the communication pieces. Just having the T and the O steps with just the numbers in them is not enough without explaining every single other thing on your actual significance test. It's just a way for you to double check. All right, thanks.